Hey everybody. Picked up some books today, starting off with Fatale number 6. This storyline, the new arc, picks up right a year after the last one that happened in issue 5. Nicholas is pretty much still obsessed with Josephine, and in that whole process, he thinks he's trying to lose his mind now, seeing people follow him from the last clan that was trying to kill him and the stuff that he went through. There's this guy from the bank that was looking for him. I guess his grandfather left. I think it's his grandfather who left a safe box inside the bank in 1959, and has been sitting there since then. And now that the payment has stopped, he's been looking for Nicholas to come for him to come and take the box. And as they both go there, there's nothing inside the box. And one of the tellers like, well, hey, maybe it's the girl who took it that you brought last week when you here. Maybe she's the one that took it. And in the process, there's one of the guys from the last issue, one of the bad guys that was following him, pulls him in the alley and just says, "Where is it? Where is it?" And as Nicholas runs, the guy is about to shoot him. So now Nicholas knows that he wasn't paranoid. Someone was following him. And the guy who took him to the bank gets inside his car and runs the guy over. But in the process, of course, he dies also because he got shot in the face trying to save Nicholas. So another new great story arc that's starting. Looking forward to it. Definitely going to be back for issue number 7. The next one is, of course, Earth 2, issue number 4. Great issue. This one pretty much Hawkgirl and Flash try to figure out what's going on. Why is everything dying around them? And Hawkgirl's, well, how fast can you run? Will you hurt me if you run fast? He's like, no. Well, I don't know. So she pretty much grabs onto his neck and he starts running to figure out to go where Grundy is, and of course Grundy's looking for Green Lantern. And in this issue, Captain Autumn is also introduced. He now works for the army, and he's now sent there to stop stop Grundy. So when Hawkgirl and Flash get there, they start battling Grundy, and of course Grundy is just too strong for them. And then when Green Lantern gets there, he takes over the fight. In the process, as they're fighting, you also see Captain Autumn get there, and once he get there, of course, he's this like bloody 20, 30 feet tall. He just jumps and goes right on top of Grundy and just crushes him into Earth. And I guess Hawkgirl has history with him, so he's also there to take her in, and Flash and Green Lantern too now. It was a really good story. I'm really excited for the next one to see what's up with the Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and 2 villains that will be introduced or revealed. The next one is Mind of the Gap. In this issue, Ellie is, of course, still in a coma, and there's a guy that she now meets, which is this guy. His name is Harold, and he's asking, hey, do you know me, or do you know who I am? And she's like, no, I don't know who I am. I don't know what's going on. I don't know anything. Then he tells her, you know what, I'm your neighbor. The neighbor meaning he's also in a coma, who's right beside her in the room that she's in. She, I guess, was having a dream, Ellie, and took a name in the process. So now, this girl here is going to be there with Ellie, talking to her, taking care of her, and all that stuff, which is... where'd she go? I believe it's this girl right here that's going to be doing so. There was a picture, but I can't bloody... There she is, right here. This girl right here, who will be taking care of her, or who's gonna talk to her, and she's there to do whatever it takes to have her come out of a coma or say something or anything again, what she said. And also, Miles, which is this guy right here, this character right here, he's like, you know, he said, I can't believe they did this to you. And for me to hear that is like, you know, it's like, duh, he knows who did that to her. And before he left, he's like, I will take care of this no matter how or no matter what. So, another great issue. Definitely be back for number 4. Nicely put together. One thing I really like about this book is I love the way the writer goes back and explains every single part that happens in the story, like clues and all that good stuff right here. So there's something to read, you know, and figure out for yourself who did it, who's involved, and all that good stuff. My next issue is Thief of Thieves number 7, and of course my pick of the week. This title is beautifully put together. The storyline, how it happens, what's behind it. It's like Thief of Thieves meets Ocean 11 kind of a thing, but just one character, not 11 or whatever. In this issue, Redmond, of course, sends the most craziest criminals to go inside his building and steal something. But when they went in there, of course, they all got arrested, and then they were set free. So the detective here is like freaking out, like, well, what happened? You know, what's going on? Well, they didn't steal anything, you know. And this guy, Arun, if I'm saying his name right, Arno, he owns the building. So he comes to the detective and tells him, you know what, I own the building. I need those people. I hired them to go and break in so I can test my security system. Now, while this is all happening, Redmond is, of course, confronted by the partner, and he's trying to explain to her, hey, this is what's going on, and Arno knows about this. And in the process also, there's a bag right here that was made by Redmond, and there's stuff inside it that, I don't know what's in there, but there's stuff in there that the detective takes to put in the evidence room, and then Redmond hires this one girl to go in there undercover, and this is the box the stuff is in. That's Redmond's, and he goes and hires this girl to go inside the evidence room and take the real evidence, which is his son's, and take it out of there. So now there's no evidence towards his son, and the son gets released. And the detective's like, well, this can't be happening. Maybe Redmond knows Arno, or Redmond was in on it, or, you know, maybe there's something deeper than that. And the detective is trying to figure that out. And in the process, of course, also, Redmond now, who pretty much has to pay, I guess, Arno back in some way, because as far as I understood in this issue, that Arno knows that Redmond did this, and all the criminals know that he did this, so they were all in it to free his son. And now that the job is over, pretty much Redmond's ass now belongs to Arno, and whatever he wants, he's gonna do. And of course he takes all the evidence, which is the cocaine that the son took, and he just takes him to the beach and just destroys them all, lets them go. Then of course Redmond goes to his old house, sees his wife, and sees the son home now, and of course Redmond is just watching that, you know, his son is with his wife, Redmond's wife, ex-wife. And then the judge here is saying, you know what, I'm going to remove you from this. The judge is like, well, you have no evidence, there's nothing there, and I'm going to take you off the force, like the detective part side of it, and put you at desk work, or something like that. And here you can see him taking all the cocaine and just blowing it in the wind. So Another great Thief of Thieves, number 7. Loving this story. This is one of, I think, one of three Image's top titles that are just amazing, besides Saga and I would say The Walking Dead. But other than, it was a great issue. Well, guys, thanks for watching and have a great week.